make a quick video as just every time I learn a new insight, it's not that I learn a new insight, it's that you get reminded of something that you have learned. It can hit you in the face, and I have to share these ideas. Here's the situation. I have been a founder for 15, 20 years, and I keep getting reminded of foundations, first principles, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, of the core elements to scaling a business. I can't tell you how profound frameworks are where they hold the test of time. And here's an example of one. Now, you as a small business owner, or maybe you're a revenue leader or marketing leader, you've heard this saying before. The only way to really scale is to scale through people, to scale through leverage. I mean, that's obviously why I named this company Get Leverage. But I can't tell you how profound it is when you actually see it happen in real time. So I'll give you a situation. Typically, the area to which you are last to scale, or the area that is most difficult to scale, is in fact the area of the superpower of the founder or founders. If you're an engineer, you end up staying in that role way too long. For me, I'm a rainmaker. I've always made it rain. I've always been a seller, and it has been always the most difficult and last role, the last mile to which you scale through people. I have 125 employees. Yet, the last role that I still hold on to is sales. And it's difficult to scale through, specifically sales, because it has such an immediate impact. If I relinquish the reins, then the three levers of sales change, or perceivably change. That's the volume of leads, that's the velocity of deal cycles, and that is the conversion or probability of the win. But every time that I feel that we're a little bit behind, and I'll get that kind of anxiety, and here's the problem. And now I'll go to the problem statement. You, as the founder, you've had this moment. I need more leads. I need to keep growing. I need to scale. Your first instinct is you start at night. You put on your glasses, you're laying in bed, you start developing lead lists, you go through your LinkedIn network, you start prospecting on LinkedIn, you start sending emails because it's the play that you knew. And it always works. It'll always surface that one new lead, that two new leads. And you'll feel good about yourself. Say, if I could just be more consistent, we'll get to where we need to row the boat. And that works, getting you to a first few $100,000 of revenue, or even a million or so. But then you get into the multi millions and the math stops mathing. So the resolution is, as an example, we start scaling SDRs. You start scaling account managers and customer success. And all of a sudden, you realize no matter how much effort you as the founder put in, scaling through others, upsells, cross sells, new inbound leads come in at a pace that you can't possibly do on your own. And so, as a founder, as a guy who's now grown three agencies, I can tell you that 0 to 1, that 0 to 3, that comes from founder hustle. But at a point, the math, it is called like revenue equilibrium. This is the same kind of math that you use for MRR net new versus churn equals, and there's like this path where it looks like a half moon, where if you do not control churn, the math starts to roll over. The same sort of diminishing returns happens with founder effort. If you keep putting yourself in a place to be running customer success, developing code as an engineer, running finance, running sales, there is a point at which you no longer can continue to scale because you're fractionalizing your efforts in so many places that the opportunity cost, if it's somebody else or a group of others were actually doing this with and for you all day long, they thought about the problem, they innovate, they're constantly on top of it, you can't outperform that team. I have one of those moments even this week. Yeah, I have one of those moments like, of course, I'm a seller. All I think about is getting more leads. And then I see the scale and the pace of lead flow from an SDR on our team. And I think, what am I doing? Why am I sitting in bed with my glasses on, developing a lead list, preparing myself for the next day as if I am an SDR? When a single SDR on our team could book more meetings than I possibly could laying in bed tonight. I need to be refocusing on enabling that SDR and SDR team to be more successful so that I can put myself in the owner's box and focus in on the CEO role, and the leverage through other people will create more opportunity for me. I mean, my own company does this for 100 customers. Our own company can send more emails, more LinkedIn messages, create more content, clean a database faster to prepare it for SDR cold calling than any one person could possibly do. And I have to remind myself, and this is the tough part as the founder, the only way you're really going to scale is to scale through other people. You either need to teach them what to do, or you need to enable, so you either need to enable them or you need to recruit and identify talent that can autonomously do this on their own, but are better and faster at it than you are. That's the whole job. So I hope that you found this valuable.